Oh, there we go. We're live. Okay. Just need to make sure. You just never know. Hello. Happy Thursday. If you don't know, you're on Tamara's Paper Trail. I'm Tamara Bertram, coming to you from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Why am I live on a Thursday afternoon at 1:30? Because I don't want to adult. I got about 76,000 things I should be doing. I don't want to do them. So I'm going to put together a kit. Not too long ago, I told you that I was making a concerted effort to put together my kits. I have a nice little pile behind me. That's only 5 of them. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more there. 15. Yeah, I have at least 15 kits hanging around. And this one makes 16. And I thought, you know what? Hello, Holly. Hi, Dee Dee. So, yeah, I want to put together this kit. This one I'm doing first because it hasn't been released yet. And I thought I need to show the people what's coming down the line June 5th. So if you're a demonstrator, hi Nikki. If you're a demonstrator, you can get this on June 5th. If you're a customer, you can get this on June 5th. But I thought I'm going to put it together for my customers and or demonstrators who aren't placing an order. If you want me to order one for you, I will be. I know, right? Just adulting. As Tracy says, wouldn't recommend. 1 rating, 1 out of 5. Yeah, it's highly overrated. Remember when we were young and we used to think, God, when I'm older and people will respect me and take me, seriously. No, give me 19 years old and unappreciated any day of the week. This is highly overrated. So I thought I'm going to do it with you guys because what the heck? You know me, I'm always like, I'm fully transparent. If a product is good, I'll tell you. If it's like, I don't like hearing from people, this is the best, you have to have it, it's awesome. And they say that about everything. Sometimes things suck. And so I think it's really real to open a kit or any product, anything we sell, and try to use it live. Like this hasn't even been opened, right? So I'm going to open it and then you'll see me. If it's a struggle, you'll see it. If it's not a struggle, you'll see it. And then you can decide if you like it, and I'll decide if I like it. And if I don't, I'll tell you. If I do, I'll tell you, and I'll buy 4 more, right? So let me flip this around. I'll this is totally, like, seriously. I got a shirt. I was having some avocado toast. I spilt that on my left boob. So yeah, I've got windblown hair. I probably have green things in my teeth. I don't know. Totally unscripted. I just thought I'm going to craft, and you guys can just creep along and see if you like it. I don't even know the price of this kit. I'm going to say, let me pop into our store and I'll find a similar price. I'm thinking like $30, $34, $32 plus tax and shipping. Let me just pop in. And I'll do a quick comparison. This is how I usually figure out how much things are going to cost. So how is it I got this in my hot little hands? I hear you cry. Kits. Card kits. We got it on the incentive trip in Mexico. And before we go any further, I'll have to say incentive trips. Fewer than 1% of demonstrators worldwide achieve the incentive trip, so that you don't think that you're going to make $1 million if you quit your day job and do this. There, I said that. Okay, so I'm looking at something similar, like our By Your Side. No, that doesn't have. Yeah, it does have a stamp. I'm going to say it's $30 plus tax and shipping. That's a guess. I do not know. I make things up based on intelligent. Hi, Joy. Too much information. You don't like my avocado boob comment? All right, we'll take that back. You didn't have to hear that, but you heard it anyway. So there, now you're up to date. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to show you this. So on the incentive trip, of which fewer than 1% of demonstrators worldwide achieve, we have to say that. I'm not being cocky or arrogant. We have to say that, or compliance comes down on us and says, you have to say that, or you will be in big trouble. So that's why I say it. So on the trip, we got this as a gift, and it's called the Expressions of Kindness Kit. I'm thinking it's going to be $30 plus tax and shipping. Hi, Hope. And it is absolutely beautiful. I think it's going to coordinate very nicely with our... with lots of new stuff that we have. We have some thistly things. What's that stamp set? It coordinates nicely with our Thoughtful Journey paper. She said, scrambling to find the Thoughtful Journey paper. That's not it. Hold on. Let me see. That's the duck pond. Here we go. What's it called? Oh, look at me. Thoughtful Journey. So it screams this to me. My stamp set isn't here yet. So let's just look in our catalog and see what kind of imagery is going to match. But look, I mean, the colors are very similar and there's like thistly things in there. It's beautiful, Holly. That's my old catalog. The heck? This is what happened. Well, I'm never scripted, but oh, look at that. It's on this page. Okay, we don't have, well, that's thistly. There we go. So it's going to coordinate with this. So this to me says this is a really good investment and that'll probably carry over if it's coordinating with other items. But anyway, here we go. We're going to open this up and we'll muddle through it together and see what we can do. Oh, avalanche. Okay, whatever. I was floundering just before I hit go because I couldn't find the stamp set that went with it. I've been cleaning my cave. And that's never a great idea because then things aren't where you think they were. You know, you put it in a place and then you're like, where did I put it? It was here for a month and now it's not. So I don't know. So if you've never had our all-inclusive kits, they're different than Paper Pumpkin in that they are truly all-inclusive. Everything you need is in the kit. And that means you get a clear block in with it. So this is an ideal gift for seniors. For kids, teens, anybody who is not an avid crafter and might not have every block known to mankind, everything that you need comes in the kit. So yeah, I have a stash of these blocks now, so they're nice to have as a demonstrator to have on hand. And then you've got adhesive. I don't love the glue. I don't love these little dots that are included, but I do keep them because I know I've got a lot of friends who use them, and I use them when I do my volunteer work with the with Robin Hood, the association for that I volunteer with that are mentally and physically handicapped adults. And so they like to use the dots. It's easier than trying to manage our tape adhesives. And you also get dimensionals. So I save these for various things. And yeah, and then I use my own products. Like I don't use the spots. I think it was the shaded spruce that comes with this one. I took this stuff out of the box, so I just have to find the instructions. So that's how the kits come. Everything you need is included. And look at these beautiful envelopes. Now, am I really going to use this envelope? I mean, you could chop that and use it as a layer. Beautiful. Like, I kind of don't want to use that as an envelope, right? So we'll see. We'll see what I come up with. And likewise, with the card bases, I mean, I would want to just hack this off and then use this as a designer paper, right? It's nice to have it like that, but it seems wasteful to me. So you can really stretch these kits to make many more cards than it's designed for. This one's designed for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for 8 kits. Well, you can easily get 16 out of this. They always give you extra pieces as well. So here are the pre-decorated labels that we're going to stamp on. Then there are die cuts. I know, right, Holly? I agree. Like that physically pains me. I don't know. It's really pretty. It's nice to have coordinating. What you can do, maybe what I'll do is I'll cut off the flap and then I'll decorate a normal, like boring white envelope and I'll just glue this flap onto that flap and I'll open this up and I'll use these pieces as elements on the card. And then there's some gold foil pieces here too. So there's 4 of those. So that's everything you get. And then the instructions are in color now. They never used to be. But now they are because we complained. So it tells you, there are no words. So this way it's cheaper for them to produce. Okay, that is the wrong ink spot. It's supposed to be Blackberry Bliss. So I'm going to grab my big one. I'll tell you right now, it's going to need re-inking. Because Blackberry Bliss, you can see where I re-ink it. It gets gummy, right? Y'all know about our gummy ink pads. And so I only ink this as I need to because quite often, on the reds in particular, the ink separates. And I know I've got one right here, my Poppy Parade. I'll show you what I mean. The Poppy Parade, whenever they start to look moldy, it's not mold, and don't throw this away, it's still perfectly good. What's happening is the ink that's on the pad is getting old and it's separating, right? The elements are separating and it looks moldy. All you have to do is run this under some cold water and you wear some gloves. Lord knows we all have a lifetime supply of gloves. Thank you, COVID. Run it under water, air dry it for a day, or really get in there with some paper towel to dry it off as best you can, and then re-ink it, and it is good as new. So that happens quite often on my Blackberry and on my Reds. So I don't ink it really juicy. I ink it as I need it, because if I'm just going to rinse it down the sink, why waste all that ink? So that's what I do. So this one I know I'm going to have to re-ink. Pardon me. I just had breakfast, honestly. It was a little out of control today. So what they do here is they'll show you, okay, these are the pieces for card 1 and these are the pieces for card 2 that you need. So all of the cards, all the pieces you need. And then it goes into the specifics of what you do. No, that's a lie. Card 1, step 1. So you take your ink spot, and you're going to ink up this, and you're going to stamp on these. Then you're going to ink up this, and you're going to stamp on the flowers here. So it's telling you what to do in picture form, and that's so they can keep the cost down and not have to put specific languages in it. So then they're saying ink up this sentiment and stamp on the insides. And then here, this is the little indication for dimensionals. And here looks like ribbon. What is that, ribbon? Do I have ribbon? I suppose I could open all my packages. I don't have ribbon. What? Was there? Maybe I. What is that, ribbon? It is ribbon. Oh, okay. Maybe. Huh. I might have separated. Okay. This must be from that. Yes, I'm thinking. Let's see what my supplies are. I obviously disassembled my. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you get a whole roll of this. Okay, so that's this. Okay, ribbon. So that's saying, is that saying tear and tape, or what does this indicate? No, that just says ribbon. It's saying attach it with dimensionals. Well, no, I'm going to use tear and tape. But the little hexagon-y shapes mean your dimensionals, and then there are rhinestones. And when they say, where are the glue dots? They're like little dots. Where are those? They don't show it on here, because no glue dots are used. These are just used on dimensionals. Oh, there we go. So here, this is saying the little dots are glue dots. Is what that's indicate. Like these little guys that I don't like to use. So those are the instructions. So let's just, I'm going to look at my cards. This is what the finished cards look like. So that'd be easy enough to recreate with your own supplies too. Okay. Now, giddy up, let's go. Ooh, oh, that's so pretty. I'm totally chopping these up. These ones I maybe won't, but these ones I am. I can't. I just can't. Too frugal. Okay, so they're going to go over to the side for now. And so there's only the 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think. Oh, is this its whole own card? How many cards are there? For heaven's sakes, is there? Let's read the instructions. I don't know. How many card bases do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. There we go. Here's, okay, 2 there. That's what I was looking for. 2 different cards. So here's card number 1. Here's card number 2. Here's the pieces you need for card number 1. I knew it was in here somewhere. Card number 2. So those are all the pieces you need. So let's start with this one first. So I'm going to pull out I need this. And I need these. And I need this. And I need these. Dimensionals and all that stuff. Okay, so I'm going to do card number 2. What does it say to do for card number 2? I mean, I could just look at the picture. That would be the easy way. But I'm trying to do this like somebody who's never stamped before, never created. Let's do it. All right, so let me show you how to re-ink. Oh, that's a great idea, Dee Dee. So Dee Dee says she likes to use little glue dots to attach baker's twine bows. I just use our regular ones, but those are a little bit, aren't they smaller? They're about the same size. Yeah, they're the exact same size. It's a good idea, though. What am I looking for? My re-inker. So let me show you how to re-ink that Blackberry Bliss. Pardon my butt. Let's see if I can even find my Blackberry Bliss. There it is. Nope, that's gorgeous grape. Hey, where's my Blackberry Bliss? It gets used a lot. There it is. It's in the wrong section. Mine is like kind of color coded. So here's my Blackberry Bliss ink. And I'm pretty sure it's pretty tacky, but I also pretty much can guarantee that it needs re-inking. So I'm just going to squiggle. Oh, it's thick. Squiggle some ink here, and you know that it's almost time to kind of rinse out the ink pad and rejuice it when the ink, if and when the ink doesn't soak into the pad. So I'm trying to be somewhat even in my squishing of the ink, and then I'm going to grab one of my mini plastic spoons and I'm just going to rub it like icing a cake. I'm just kind of pushing gently to try to move that ink around a bit so it's not, you know, really inky here and not inky over here. And then I'm going to put the spoon over here, knowing that it will touch something that it shouldn't touch, but that's just the way I roll because I'm not patient. I don't like to clean things up. Okay, so it's step one. Get this grassy type stamp and stamp on these little guys. So let's do that. It's kind of fun. I'm just crafting with my friends. Hi, Sonia. So here we go. And then I want to show you too, when the kit's done, let me just zoom ahead here for a bit. I'm okay. I now have like a box. So I've kept the box and I have labeled Kits Collection. So once I've done my kit, I now keep the instructions and the stamp set in here. Again, because often I will do these in a class or with my volunteer people or when I volunteer. So it's nice to have the instructions and to have it all together that I know what this stamp set is for, because I don't have like a plastic, like our DVD cases. I could, but I don't need it to take up that much room, right? I can just pop them all in a box. Here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, and there's still room for lots more that I can just have in a box. I know they're the kit collection and everything I need is in there. Throw it on the floor. Okay. So you're going to get all kinds of little Tamara's tips, behind the scenes kind of info when you pop into one of my videos. Okay. Now, I'm sure Craig is going like, who are you talking to? You don't go live. Okay, need more water. I still have 4 liters of water to drink today. Dee Dee puts one of the extra color strips from the ink pad on the cap of the re-inker. Oh, well, that's a neat idea. So yes, you see how I've got mine here and here and here and here and here. You put it on the re-inker. Cool, neat idea. You're full of information today, Dee Dee. Thank you for sharing. Now, yes, this is pretty sticky and tacky, but anyway, it's all right. Now, because my desk is really firm, I don't have to have a foam pad underneath it or anything. So let me just see. They've got it to actually line up. Oh, this is going to hurt my brain. See, if I had my glass mat out, this is the right one, right? Yeah, okay. Well, I'll just... Okay. I should have my glass mat out so that if I'm... let me get in the field of vision here. Okay. So we're just going to stamp these. Sticky. And it doesn't matter that I'm going outside the sticker because I'm going to punch that out in a minute. And then I'll do these ones. This is the right stamp, right? Yeah, okay. Looks like fire. So this would be kind of neat. Whenever you see something like this, it's like, how can I use that? Well, it could be, looks like a hedgehog. You could use it on a hedgehog. Make your own hedgehog. Looks like fire. You could use it like with a campfire type thing. All right, so that's stamped there. And then I'm just going to move that ink. I'm going to punch these out. Very delicate. These aren't stickers. I'm going to have to attach. They're saying with glue. Oh yeah, as if. It's saying like put 1 glue dot. Oh, I don't think so. That's not going to happen. 1 glue dot, it'll come off in the wind. So we have 11 people joining us today. That's the difference when like people don't know I'm live and or people are working. That's okay. I just I thought let's hit live and let's just be real about this kit and see how much we love it. And see if anybody wants to order them before they go live on the 5th, which I think is Wednesday. Wednesday. And it is beautiful. So I do think that, like that cat and dog, what's it called? Beside Me or Always Beside You, whatever that, By My Side, that kit, it's sold out twice now and is extremely popular. I think this one will be very similar. I think this is going to be a great class for demonstrators to hold with new people. And so if you want this, I would highly recommend getting it. Right? One glue dot holly. Look how as if. Come on, let's get real here. So I'm punching these out as well. Well, there you go, Nikki. Listen away. You're just going to listen to me craft, which seems weird because crafting is a bit of a visual situation, but let's see. Okay. I should just do one. Am I really going to put the whole kit together with you? I don't know. Maybe I am. It's 152. I just don't want to adult. And if I'm down here on a live, then I'm like working, right? Don't tell the family. I love my job. If this is work, heck, I pretty much do work 18 hours a day because it's not work to me. Like even last night, I watched the Oilers. Well, we didn't finish. We only watched the first 5 minutes of the first period because then Craig had a fit, turned it off, and left. So we were watching something else. But I did watch the last 2 periods. But when they're playing, like I can't even just sit. So this is what I did during the Oilers game. Like so I say I work like 18 hours a day because I'm gonna make a million more blueberry cards because if I've said it once, I've said it a dozen times. I love that blueberry bundle set. All right, so I've punched those all out. Just a note. Now, let me look. So for these, you can stamp any sentiment that works, obviously. So there's the just a note, which are nice to have, but I really kind of I think these will be beautiful sympathy cards. So let me look at my Unbounded Love. If this fits, I sadly need, oh, they do, Joy, you're right. They look Blackberry Bliss-ish, don't they? Yeah, they're fabulous. I love them. And actually, I'm going to change my nail polish tonight if I have time. So anyway, I digress. Sadly, I've got a lot of sympathy cards that I've been sending out in the last week or two, which is not good. But you know what? They fit, and that works. So, Joy, you've got this stamp set. There we go, with sympathy, totally doing that. So that's, again, the beauty of these kits. It comes with a stamp set, but I don't want just a note. I need a lot of sympathy cards. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stamp on these. And I like to stamp on them while they're still on the label. And I like to go top and down. Like I never want to go this way just in case I smudge it with my hand. So I'm going to ink that up. And I'm going to, I know I'm kind of low on my camera here, but I just want to make sure I get it straight. So they give you extras, right? We only need, whoa, I pulled it right off. We only need 4, but they give you 5. And I'm going to stamp them all. So then I have an extra for, I want to make sure this is straight. Sorry, I just watched my head. I can't, it's like when you turn down the radio when you're trying to find an address. It's the same thing. I have to stop talking when I'm trying to be accurate here. Get it straight. I'm going to stamp them all. And then I have an extra for another project on the fly. This is looking lovely already. So I think I was saying before, because it's a photopolymer set, normally if it's a solid image, you want to stamp on the paper, the piercing mat. But my desk is hard, and with sentiments, I find I don't need it. I get a very good, crisp image without that. So, share my Wi-Fi password. Who's asking for my Wi-Fi password? No, I don't know who that is or what that is. I got a new phone, so I don't know. It's always asking. Oh, maybe that's me asking for my, I don't know. I don't like when I change phones and computers and stuff. Oh, it asks for all kinds of, okay, so that's the With Sympathy. And actually, you know what? I think I'm going to do them all. I'm going to do all these sympathy cards. The other sentiment in here is kindly deliver to, which you can put on the envelope. There's just a note and wishing you the happiest of birthdays. But you know what? I'm going to do sympathy on all of them. And which way is it saying to do this? I don't know if this is upside down or right side up. So it's saying this is right side up. Not that you have to do it the way they say, but I'm a bit of a rule follower. So again, with sympathy. with something. So I'm just jumping ahead here. And usually these kits, you should be able to complete them in about an hour. Maybe sooner, we'll see. There's not a lot to this one, so I don't imagine it'll take me an hour. Okay. Hello, Linda. I just decided to put this one is a new one that's coming up, Linda. That's not available until June 5th, but I have word that it's coming out. I got it on the incentive trip, which only 1% of demonstrators worldwide achieve. It's coming out June 5th. Expressions of Kindness. I'm guessing it's $30 plus tax and shipping. And I will be ordering if you want me to add one, and mailing it to you would be probably another $5, because actually there's a whole roll of ribbon. So I'd have to take that off the roll just so it mails flatter. But that's the kit I'm putting together. So there's this kit, and another one is being released on Wednesday. And we got this ahead of time. So I'm just putting it together just to see, well, honestly, because I don't want to adult. And just to show you how quick and easy it can be. So I'll do one, and then I do think I'm going to chop up the envelopes. So there are my 10 labels. And so that's card number 1. I've done this. Oh, I need to do the stamping. No, I was doing card number 2. Number 2. Here it is. So how it is. Oh, kindly delivered to. What is? I just don't understand. What is happening on this instruction? Card number 1 is this one. I don't see kindly deliver to. What is that? Is that the inside of something? No. That's the envelope. Oh, okay. Well, number 2. Jeez Louise. Here. So I stamped on this. That's the envelope. Okay, so yeah, I did the stamping here. Good Lord. That's the envelope. And then you're supposed to put your label here. No, okay. So then number 3, it's saying attach the gold to the thing. No, can't make me, not gonna. I'm going to just make it look like this. So I'm folding my card base in half. It's so pretty, isn't it, Susan? I know. Hey, Beth. All right, so what it's saying is attach this with 3 glue dots. Then it's saying attach this with 1 glue dot. Yeah, what world do you live in? Oh, it's so pretty. And then we're going to do some ribbon. I don't love that. With sympathy. I like it over here. So glue dots, you say. I guess I could. I'm going to do this. I'll use glue dots, fine. You can use glue. I'll use my glue dots because I'm more familiar with them. So these are going just flat down. Or you could just use little tips of, liquid glue. I went for coffee with a friend this morning. It was lovely. We were there for like 2 hours. I'm going for coffee more. I never think I have the time, and I've been going 1 or 2 times a week with various friends, catching up. Like I just feel like so disconnected from my girlfriends. And I tell ya, is it ever nice? Is it ever nice? I'm really trying to pull back in, work, and just the connections are what matters, right? And I'm trying to do that more. Okay, now this one, all right, let's just call a spade here. Glue dots aren't going to do it for me. I'm going to use some glue, and actually I should use my fine tip glue if it's going to flow for me. Okay, let me get my pin. Where's my pin? Pin. I know it's going to be clogged. They're always clogged. Shove a pin in it. This is something I got. Will do, Linda. Absolutely. It's going to be gorgeous. Amazon. Okay, so let's just see if it's going to flow here. Yeah, we do have a fine tip glue pen. I like this one because I just fill it with our Tombow, what's called multi-purpose adhesive glue. It holds, 1 or 2 or 3. Depends on the size. I have 2 different sizes. I have this one and I have this one. This held a whole bunch more. So it's nice to be able to just dab. These are pretty thick. These are not your standard just gold foil. So I'm just going to put little dots. Like I don't want it to ooze out everywhere. Now another thing you could do, so I'm going to put this over to the left, is you could use, depending on where you're going to put your label, you could put a strip of tear and tape. And this could flop, like it could flap. Like if I was going to put my sentiment here, I could put a strip of tear and tape here to sandwich it down. But I think I kind of want it over to the left or something. Now I don't love just the zigzag. That kind of drives me insane. So let me just see. Another trick I've been doing lately is let's do one. If I put some, if I were my, put some adhesive on the back of whatever you're trying to zhuzh up. And then I'll just lay this on the back like this. Fold it. Fold it. And then snip it. Try not to cut my finger. I like that look better. Now which way do I angle it? This way? Okay. Ah, it's crooked. All right. And then like this. So I think that looks nicer than just the zigzag. Go like this. Well, now that kind of hides this little guy. So maybe he goes up here, or maybe he goes up here. No, kind of hides him. So maybe on the next one, I'll do that. Maybe this guy just gets, do you think that hides too much of it if it's like this? I don't. I think I'll put it there. Okay, and then so I'm going to put dimensionals here and here. Sure, I'll use the ones they gave me. You don't want it to be on the ribbon or it's not going to sit. Well, there it should be okay, just that little bit of ribbon. Remove that. Remove that. I'm going to put that up here. Okay, and then it says to put a bunch of jewels. Now, let's use I'm going to use this. You can use take your pick pointy end, but there's the putty end, which I don't use enough. These things drives me a little crazy that these are, like when it runs out of the putty, which I think this one might be out and dry, you have to throw this away and get a new one. But you just kind of keep screwing it, and a little bit, it's like plasticine or Play-Doh, it's going to pop out this little tip. So there's just enough where you just touch it to your gem and kind of push, and then it'll be sticking to take your pick tool. Okay. And then you just put it on your project and lift. So just keep doing that. And when you use this, they tend not to go flying across the room. Like if you ever, like you go like this and boom, it's like, okay, where did it go? So they're putting, they put 5 on. So I'm going to do what they did because I'm a rule follower. I like to do 1 the way they say it, and then I can kind of have creative license. So that's mostly, like, that's it, you guys. That's all. Then we can go in afterwards, if so inclined, and stamp some other things. I don't think I'm going to. This just looks like fire, so that's weird. And hashtag is a little odd. So I might see if I have another image that kind of works for the inside. And then this one, the envelope that they've used, is this one. Which I can't. I cannot. I'm not going to. You can't make me. So I'm going to take my chopper and I'm going to save, like I'm going to turn it over so I can see where the score line is. I'm going to cut that off and I'm going to save this. I will open this up. If it's too sticky, you could use your heat gun to kind of open that. I'm okay with wasting a little bit. Whatever, I'm just going to open that up, and then I've got this piece that I can use, and I've got this piece I can use. These are too pretty to use to just mail. So then I'm going to grab one of our envelopes, and I'm just going to cover it and decorate it accordingly. Now this one's a little bit smaller than our other one, but that's okay. I could lick this, but ew. So go like this. I'm going to line it up with the top of my envelope, and then I can always, oh, it's a little bit smaller, but that's okay. What I'll do here is I'll grab my other scissors that aren't my ribbon scissors. Okay, I'll just scroll. Hi, Christine. Well, I only gave you guys like 7 minutes notice that I was going live, so, you know, So now I'm just going to trim this. I'm putting together a kit, Christine, that's available June 5th. It's called Expressions of Kindness. I think it'll be $30 plus tax and shipping. And I'm going to do a, hey, who wants one? If you want to pre-order with, I'll order it June 5th and mail it to you. It'll be an extra $5 for mailing it. But it's so pretty. So there. Now that's, I can deal with that. We can mail it like that. So that's the first card. Now, the second card, again, I can't, you guys. Like, I can't. There is no reason to waste. You can get 16 cards. It's like there's a card front. So now I'm going to just attach this to one of our card bases. You could pop it up on dimensionals, but I'm not going to. I'll use liquid glue. Cool. Hi, Charlene. Thanks for popping in. We're just putting together a kit that is going to be released on June 5th. Thank you for popping in. We got a few people. We're up to 16 people. Normally on my lives on a Monday, I usually have like between 70 and 80 people. And I thought, well, if I even get 3 people in the afternoon, it's more fun than adulting. I really don't want to. Okay, so there. I've got a piece that I can save. I've got designer paper. Like, yeah, you can't, you guys. You just can't waste this beautiful paper. Okay, so there is my card base. So for card number 1, so there's the one we made, and here's the next one we're going to make. So it says, let's stamp on, what has it done? It's done these little hashtags, and most of that's going to be covered up, so it's okay that's a little messy, and then stamp these little guys. So that's what we'll do. We'll get out this one, and we'll open up our ink. This ink does terrify me, because if you're ever going to stick your finger in the ink, it's going to be reds or purples, and then it gets everywhere. Like there. See, it's already on my thumb. All right, so let's do this. It's not quite the right size. That's not okay. I need a bigger block. All right. So I can link that up. Little hashtaggies, and it's saying go. I just want to see what orientation they're doing. Huh? They've done it. So it's backwards from the picture, but okay. Why not? Do the 3. Let's go this way. It doesn't matter. It's just such a rule follower. So I'm going to go down here. And then I'm going to go up here. Sure. Sound effects help. Then you come in with this. Absolutely, Christine. It's gorgeous. And again, I'm guessing $30 plus tax and shipping. But yeah, it's so pretty. These are going to be my new batch of sympathy cards. Okay, so it's gone over here. It's going to go off the page, so I really should have. I do think this kit will sell out, and you guys know I'm pretty accurate when I have my guesses on what's going to sell out and what's not. I've been around the block enough times to know. This one, why not? So like that. Okay. So. Stamp, 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 and then I've already done my sentiments, so there are other sentiments, but I've done mine all as with sympathy. And so yeah, on the envelope, on the other one, kindly deliver 2. You could do that on this envelope too, kindly deliver 2, because this one I think I am going to, why not? That's kind of crazy, but let's do it. Where is my stamp set? Kindly deliver 2. And then you can put your label underneath that. It's kind of unique. Not seen that before. Can you stamp the other sentiments just so we can see what they look like? Absolutely, Dee Dee. Hang on. So, kindly deliver 2. And then I'm going to put my label. So, kindly deliver 2. So, it's nice, clean font. Let me, sure. No, I'll do the other ones. So, let's grab some blocks. Dee Dee wants to see. Dee Dee's going to see. Complete with, can't be cat hair because I just opened this kit. All right, and then this one. Let's see what we can stamp on. I'm sure I have. Where'd my scrap go? Here it is. All right, so this one says, wishing you the happiest of birthdays, but there is a cat hair on it. Okay. Ink that up. Wishing you the happiest of birthdays. And this one is just a note. Okay, nice and clear. And then again, we've got the hashtag, which we did earlier. And the little fairy bits. Yeah, so very clear. Love it. They are beautiful envelopes. They truly are. Okay, so let's go back to this now. What do we have to do now? Now we stamped the sentiment, the envelope. Now we just assemble. Seriously? That's it? That's all? Huh. That's crazy. 40 minutes. Well, I mean, I yammer a lot too. So this one, again, they've done that weird thing with the ribbon. I don't like that weird thing with the ribbon, so I do my own weird thing with the ribbon. So in case you missed it, we're going to put some adhesive on the back. You can use tear and tape, use whatever you like. I wouldn't use liquid glue. It won't dry fast enough. So just start in the bottom left. Wrap it, like loop it. So like any one of our, the cancer badges or the little pins of, that's a little bit big of a loop. So let's go a little bit smaller. You don't want it to take over the card. Like that. Trim it. Now, if you want, you could sandwich that down just to make sure it's not going anywhere. You could grab some tear and tape. Sandwich it down like that. Tear that off. You don't want it to be overhanging. And then we can just put it here with sympathy. Now, the problem is that is going to interfere with my dimensionals. So I'm going to take off the backing because the dimensionals won't stick to the wax paper backing. We're going to go like this. Like that. And I think I'm going to try one in the middle because the dimensional is going to stick to the tear and tape. So let's try that and see if it holds. I think it should. And this one they've put over to the right, which I would do too. So like that. And it's going to cover up the overlap. Oh, look, you guys, look. Oh, look at. Are you looking? Look. Okay. So this lines up with this. And then this lines up with that. So that just is a neat visual, like illusion, an illusion. Look, it just carries over. Oh, I love that. I love that. Okay, now we're going to add the gems because, I want to add them just where they did. Gems. Okay, so take your pick tool. Yes. Thank you, Holly. I like validation. All right, so one there. Smaller one there. When you do it the way they tell you to, then you'll have enough rhinestones or gems or whatever it is they give you to complete all the projects the way they did. So I know that there's enough supplies for 5 of each card, like to do 5 gems on each card. You're not going to run out. And you guys, that's it for the card. So again, I'll find something to do on the inside that is now glued to itself. Here we go. So these are the 2 cards, and then this one has this envelope. I didn't feel like chopping this one up because it's not so over the top that I can use this as an envelope. This one I cannot because it's just too pretty. That's wasteful. So there are the 2 cards as designed in the kit. I know, right, Trina? So June 5th for anybody who's just popping in. But now, like what we can do with this, let me just open this up. It's 2:16. I'll just play for another couple minutes here. I know I wasn't planning this to be an hour-long thing, but you pick up lots of tips and tricks. As I just kind of muddle my way through stuff, you'll pick up some tips along the way. So I'm just opening this, and now trim all this off. Which is okay, this is garbage, but if I was more careful, I might have been able to salvage some of this, but that's okay. Like that, and then this one. I'm just lining up the fold in the trimmer track. cut that off. Fold in the trimmer track. So now I've got these pieces that I can use on a whole other card and the back. So, right? Look at all these extra supplies. And these are the pretty much the same pattern. So I can put this on a card. I could punch it out with some dies. Like, let me just think. If I was to, for example, where are my spotlight on? Spotlight, here we go. Spotlight on nature. They are in here. So just imagine this. If I took one of these dies and cut this image out, should I do it? Should I do it with you? Like if I cut that out or this out, then I could pop it up. It could be a feature on its own. Like, how pretty is that? I think that's pretty pretty. Should I do it? Should I do it? Dare me to? Want me to? Do it! All right. Hello, Sherry-Lane. Oh, thank you. I've been having good hair. Oh, today is a little crazy because of the wind, but I love my hair when it can do this little flip thing, and it's the right length. And I don't know. Craig said it looked blonde yesterday. Like, he came down this morning. He's like, "Did you do something to your hair? It looks blonde." I'm like, "No." So I had it cut like months ago, but cut and colored. Okay, let's see what we can do here because Trina said do it. Okay. Now, what I like to do is flip it over and just make sure that it's all cut, which it is, if it hasn't been completely cut. So here's another Tamara tip. If you're like, oh my gosh, I have really intricate dies and they're not working out for me. Okay, so this is how I just ran it through, right? I ran it through like this, ran it through the machine. If it hasn't cut through properly, like say you have adhesive sheets on the back of it, and it's just, you've run it through 1, 2, 3 times, and there's still parts that aren't cut, it happens, right? Turn the whole sandwich over and run it through this way. So now your cutting portion of your dies are facing up, which is that much closer to the wheels on the cutting machine. So it's going to give you a deeper cut. When it's like this, the wheels are on the top of it, but when it's like this, the wheels are touching the cutting portion of your die more, and you'll get a better, cleaner cut. If, like, say, if you've got your if you're using the adhesive sheets on the back, or say you're trying to cut out, say, one of the metallic papers or specialty designer paper. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That came out really cleanly. So let's just say I've got a card base, and I did this a little close to the edge, closer than I would have liked to have. But anyway, here's what my vision was, is if you've got this. So here's my base, which is like that. And then you can pop this up and line it up. Okay, so it would be like this. So again, it gives you that neat effect without doing a lot of work. Now I'm going to trim this down a little bit. So let's get a little crazy. I can't chop this side off anymore because look how close I made it to the side. So let's just say I'm going to take a 1/4 inch off the top. No, I'm going to take a 1/2 inch off the top. And I'm going to take a 1/2 inch off the bottom. So that's 4 3/4, and then that means I need 3 1/2 width. So I'm taking 1 inch off. No, I'm not. I'm taking 3. What is this? So this is 4. Oh, that's 4 1/2. So 3 1/4. So yes, I'm taking a whole inch off the side. Oh, that's too much. Dang it, Tamara. An inch will cut. No, let's do it anyway. Let's see what happens. It's going to cut through this. It's flapping in the wind. It's okay. It's okay. So it's still going to go like this. Now, how about if I brought in, part of me wants to bring in like Lost Lagoon. I could do, I might do. Depends on the feel. This is a sympathy card, so I don't want it to be too intense. I like that. I like that a lot. So this is 3, did I say 3 1/4? So this will have to be 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. So 4 3/4. Let's go 3 1/2 this way. 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. Boom. Like I planned it, but totally didn't. Okay, so now I'm going to come in and I'm going to use glue. Well, okay, just don't tear it. Where's my tape? Just be really gentle, Bertram. Like this. I don't usually make alternate projects. This is way outside my wheelhouse. Okay, so this is the right-hand side. Let's see if I can do this without boobing it up. Okay. Stuck to my finger. Okay, let's go there. It's pretty flimsy, but that's okay. We'll get there in the end. Well, it's not centered as well as I would like, but okay, like that. Let's pop this up on dimensionals. See how, like, it's very easy for chaos to ensue on my desk, honestly. Okay, 1, 2, 3. These dimensionals always feel different. I do believe that the people who put together our kits are different than the people who provide like our normal dimensionals and that. And they do feel different, which is odd, but I think they are different companies. Okay, garbage. Put that in the middle. You know, I could put it at an angle. Nah, straight. Now I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. And so, like I say, they gave us 2 extra tags, so I'm going to utilize those tags. Now, the illusion isn't going to be maintained quite as well as it was because I chopped off part of this flower, but I know that this guy was lining up with this guy. So we just pop it back in the original hole, like that. Does it look like, see now? Yeah. Oh well, it's okay, fine. So if I go like this, nobody's even going to see what's going on here. I could go like that. Let's do it. And we've just stretched this kit to make an extra card. All we did was add a card base and a little layer. So we're going to go like this. What time is it? 2:24. This is way better than adulting, I'm telling you. So, okay, we lost a few people. Probably had to go back to work. It's okay. It's not quite even enough, and it's a bit of a big loop. So, and you can do this with any ribbon you've got, but they give us a whole roll, for heaven's sakes. Like, good value for money. There are a lot of pieces left over that you can use for other projects, and the majority of a roll of ribbon. Can't beat that deal with a stick. I mean, ribbon alone is like $12, right? So if the kit's $30, I mean, seriously. Okay, so we're gonna go like that. I think I'm gonna sandwich it with some tear and tape. And then I'll let you go. Like, you know, an hour is long enough. And then, like I say, I'm going to be ordering these. So if you want me to order you one, it'll be about, porch pickup is $30 plus tax and shipping. But if I have to mail it to you, it'll be like an extra $5 charge. Postage went up. I will have to take the ribbon off the roll just to make it economical to mail. Now, shipping is very behind right now. They're like well over 5 days behind. So it might take a little while to get the kit. Put this actually over this way, a little bit more like that. And then now, I mean, I've got tons of gems. If I use 5 on this one, I'm going to run out for my other cards, but I've got lots of options available to me. So we'll just kind of pop these. Maybe I'll just, 3. 4, 5. And there's a whole other card just by giving that little technique. There you go. You're welcome, Holly. Like, how fun is that? Beautiful. Love it. So that's it. That's all. I just wanted to, I guess I'll play and put the rest of these together because now I'm invested and my desk is messy. But our all-inclusive kits are fantastic. And like I say, well, for those of you who missed it in the beginning, when I've finished the kit, I'll keep it all in my box of kits. So I have one that's called Kit Collections. And these little sleeves, you could use these, right? Like, we're always going, what do I do with all this stuff? You could use these things. These are actually what I use. Oh, avalanche. Are they're passport sleeves. I kept the information. Here we go. Got these on Amazon. 4x6 vinyl envelopes. Well, they're not passport sleeves. I guess they could be. I don't think that's what they're specifically for. Got through Amazon or Avery. Well, I don't guess it was Amazon. And I just popped them in here with the instructions and the stamp set so that I know what the stamp set is for. And then it's all, this one obviously hasn't started that trend yet, but that's where I'm going to keep them after the fact. And then it's all together for the next time. So thanks, Sonia. Like I say, if anybody would like to order this, I'm going to do a post going, hey, I'm taking orders because I'm going to be ordering June 5th. And I do think that this kit will sell out. Not day one. I know that they would have ordered lots, but all of the leaders on the incentive trip did get this kit. And so we've all been putting them together. And I do think that many of us will be having classes with them and or showcasing them. So I think it's going to be quite popular. I mean, what a beautiful, beautiful sympathy card. And these were the two that were designed. Like, this is how the kit is supposed to be used, like this. So they're just beautiful. And I brought in my sort of those, again, if you missed the beginning, the sentiment for this one I got from the Unbounded Love set, because I just need so many sympathy cards right now. That's what I've made all of mine for. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. So if you're free tomorrow for coffee break, I'm back on 10 a.m. Mountain Time right here, Tamara's Paper Trail, and we do my virtual coffee break. We have some coffee and I tell you all about my week and what promotions and specials are coming down the line. There's a few new things coming June 5th as well that I need to tell you about. So I might go do my physical newsletter after I finish putting together my kit. Thank you for spending some time with me. It's a little bit more fun when I'm talking to somebody than just sitting here by myself. So thanks for hanging out with me, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. If not, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you hopefully Monday for Mystery Card Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye.